Hi everybody. Uh, Hi everybody. Welcome to GOQii Live, this special live where I am going to be joined with none other than Tapan Singhel, the CEO of Bajaj Allianz. So let's just wait for me to invite him and everybody else join us. So let me see if I can see Tapan. I think I'm just waiting for Tapan to come in. Adding Tapan Singhel on our chat. So let's just give it a moment before that happens. Yes, we have
So, how are
Tapan.
you, my friend?
Good.
So happy to see
How are
you.
you, Tapan? Good
Good,
to
good,
see
good.
you. Very good evening to you. क्या हाल है?
Very good evening. So, all well in the
Yes,
lockdown
you can
period?
see we are in the hot spot, so I am in red.
You always red. I try to put some red on for your no company. So, whatever little I could. And also seeing that you're
No, no.
exercising and keeping fit, and you're heading
Yes,
towards
of
your goal
course.
of 4 packs. Yeah, I'm seeing those live updates. I also got some motivation from you and your activities.
Well, lockdown का कुछ तो फायदा हो रहा है. Like I said, that this, according to me, I call this lockdown as a car going for maintenance. You know, when the large ships or trains go in the shed for maintenance, what they do, they become better. So I think all of us need to consider this as our moment of trying to be in a maintenance mode.
Yeah, you're right. We should not lose this opportunity. I think, as you rightly said, for every situation, there are two sides to it. You can become better and you can emerge stronger, or you can lose hope and despair. But becoming stronger and becoming better is what we have to gun for. And at all levels,
Absolutely.
I think this the time we get with ourselves is very rare. And as you rightly said, I think if we are not able to emerge stronger, then we're not getting anywhere.
Absolutely. What cannot kill you makes you stronger. And clearly, COVID cannot kill us. It kills a
If you are
very
strong.
small percentage. Yes. Tapan, I've been following you. You've been doing so many chats and lives with so many smart and intelligent people. So, what do you see? What do you think of the world post COVID? What does the world look like to you?
See, one, I think I'm seeing a cleaner world. I've never seen such fresh air for a long, long time. And I recommend all of you just look outside your window or go on your terrace or balcony and look at the sky tonight. You will see so many stars and you'll think, when did I see so many stars in my lifetime? So that is first thing. Second thing I'm seeing is
Absolutely.
people who wasted 4 hours commuting to work are really thinking, why did they waste one third of their life, just spending on the streets? Why can't they work from home? That will be a new strong trend, no? Because working from home has actually delivered very good results. Third is what I noticed that for people who thought that distillation is okay, it's fancy and good to have, suddenly have adopted it with such hyper speed. I was myself amazed, that how could somebody adopt distillation at such hyper speed? You'll be amazed to know that in lockdown period we have issued 14 lakh policies and settled 9 lakh claims, and not a single person in office. Yeah, so I think
And the best thing is that what this is possibly more than what you would do in office, I think.
exactly. Yeah. So the point is that working from home is working, and the moral team is also very good. They're very happy, excited. But obviously, engagement levels are different. I would definitely miss my get together on the roadside chai and pagodi, with my friends. That would be a big miss. I'm not the bar hopping kind of person, but I definitely am a chai pagodi kind of person. So that I'm really going to miss, being with friends and social distancing. But there's so much plus that I'm getting, maybe for some time, I think a year or a year and a half. And then again, no, we'll be again able to gather together and have those great fun. So that is how I look at it, Vishal.
So one of the very interesting things was when I was having a chat with Rajan Anandan a couple of weeks back on how the future is going to look like, and there was this very interesting concept that each of us is going to have some version of the health passport, which kind of defines how healthy you are or are you immune. And that is going to become your universal access to the world. So normally when you apply for visa, they will want to check your bank balance and IT returns and property documents because they want to know how wealthy you are.
Yeah.
But in the future, even the visa office is going to ask for your blood report and other samples. So what you do as a business. So what do you think of the impact of health becoming such an important parameter is going to be for the world of insurance?
Right now, Vishal, if you ask me, I'm not worried about visa. I'm worried about myself. I better be healthy. Yeah? I think the only way one can fight COVID is with your immunity and your health, being healthy. I think that comes out clearly in all the reports that I see, whatever it is. If you're healthy, your chances of fighting COVID is very, very high. So more than anything, I think being healthy, eating the right stuff, taking the adequate rest, the mental framework, then exercising is very critical. And that is where I think the product we're launching together is that step. I think in the market will be the first product that we are going to launch together in which we encourage people to be healthy. And when I look at your GOQii site, I think the kind of wellness coaches you have, the focus you have put on immunity building, the way you have caught with sensors and things together, no, that is definitely going to be there. I think whether it's for visa or something, but for survival right now, being healthy is the way forward, no? And as
Think
insurers, I think we have to play a big role in ensuring that people get this message very, very clearly.
No, absolutely. I remember when we first met in your office, we had talked about this future of redefining the world of insurance and reimagining insurance. And what we are launching today with you goes into that direction. I think people are not realizing the impact of this. It's for the first time your health insurer is telling you that you decide how much money you want to spend on healthcare. If you are at a very good level of health, your copay could be zero. And if you are at a moderate level, I think the base is, I think, 25%. The discount
Yes.
is starts at 25.
So if
So
you
could
look
you
at it,
talk about a little bit about how this policy would work?
yeah. So if you look at it, Vishal, though we give you 25% discount, no, to begin with, and you have a 50% copay, and as people get healthier and they get tracked by GOQii, their copay becomes zero. So okay, 25% discount on premium looks good because if I look at the ticket size now, in 1800 rupees, you can get a good health cover. And in today's time, you better have a good health cover. With COVID on the rise, and Bajaj Allianz General Insurance companies, health policies has COVID cover. So one should definitely buy it. But more than that, I think my idea behind this and the way we discussed, Vishal, was to encourage good healthy behavior, no? To make it a practice. So it is just bringing the conversation to the table. Discounts is fine. That is okay. Our brains are wired for discounts. But my idea was that to bring this conversation, that be healthy, get a good partner like you who has all this in the forum, right from coach to what should one eat, how should one know, build immunity, all that is there. And personally, if we make a difference to people's life, if we make them more healthier, I'll be very, very happy. It is not about the premium, it's not about the discount. It is about how many people do we influence over time, no? And I
You
think
know,
as
and,
industry
like,
leaders, yes.
and our vision is that this should go to 100 million, like we discussed the
Yeah,
number.
exactly.
I
Yes.
think we want 100 million Indians to eventually be on this plan. Of course, currently this is in the sandbox and there is the IRDA is tracking it. So could you please tell us a little bit about the sandbox framework?
Yeah, so in Sandbox, what IDA does is they allow a limited number of sale to happen to see how it is happening. And if we cross that number of sale, then we again go back to IDA and submit our report that has it delivered to what we're looking for as an objective. If yes, then we get a regular approval and become a normal policy. I think to begin with, no, we start the sale and we develop and see that is it delivering on whatever our expectations are. Once it does, we go back to ID again and get the normal approval. So maybe after the sandbox, there may be a small lull, no, when we get the final approval. But once we have the final approval, then this becomes a norm. But the intentions are good, and I've yet to see good intentions fail in business.
No, and you know, like it said, we decided to launch, we announced this partnership in December. We got the approval in, I think, February. I
Yes.
remember you calling us and telling, and look at the time, we are launching this product in the middle of a lockdown. You are in Pune, I'm in Mumbai. There we are people joining from literally all over the country. And the product is completely virtual. People can buy it virtually and we can monitor you virtually. So I think it is literally connecting all the dots and almost like God wanted this product to be ready during this time.
Yeah, that's why I said, Vishal, if intentions are good, no, a business is always good. And that is what I've always propagated. And that's why when I speak to you and your philosophy is the same, I think we should start with intention. If intention is good, intention is to make people healthier, intention is to build their immunity, intention is that if something like COVID comes, they should be able to fight it out well. No, then businesses run on their
वो
own
कहा
good.
जाता है ना कि अगर इरादे नेक हो तो मंजिलें बहुत आसान हो जाती हैं और हमारे
Exactly.
सब कुछ इरादे तो बहुत नेक है.
That has always been my philosophy, and I think no, that is what excites me super, and that's why I'm very super excited about this launch, and I hope it really pulls up well.
So what do you think? How do you think customers will benefit? Give a comparison of a normal plan. If somebody had to buy a normal health insurance versus
Yeah.
this plan, how does it differ?
So let's say what they'll do is they go and buy our health insurance policy, and this is an add-on. So the moment they select this add-on, they get 25% discount immediately on the premium. So if I look at the lowest range, they have to pay just 1,870 rupees for a yearly cover.
So let's say I have a 10,000 rupee policy, I get this add-on, and then I save 2,500 rupees.
Exactly, straight, immediately, And there's a 50% co-pay in the claim. Now, if I start exercising and if I get healthy and the record is there, which obviously comes through your variable, then that 60 becomes 30, then it keeps on reducing and becomes 0. So in a way, you have a policy now which is 25% discounted with you, with the full-blown cover and all the add-ons of that you are providing in terms of the coach, the wellness, all that benefit, adding on to it, plus a very healthy lifestyle, and you actually become more powerful than you were earlier, and you get discounts for that. So
how much money will somebody end up saving just from a mathematical perspective?
25% straight, And then if I look at
the higher level, the co-pay level
becomes 0, So if you look at the intangible benefit that the person is getting with all this wellness coach activity, you can't measure that in terms of money. So that's where I started. 25% you're saving straight, That is perfectly fine. But the point is that the kind of benefits you get when you log on to this program, it can't be measured. What measurement would you have if your immunity builds up? No, let's say 25% more than what you have today. Can you measure that in money? What measurement will you have if COVID strikes you, but you're so well and your immunity is so strong that you overcome it without the slightest of discomfort? Can you measure that in money? So the point I'm trying to say is money is fine. 25% discount you get. 10,000 mein 2,500 rupees you are saving. That is fine. But then the add-on benefit is much more. I think the focus has to be on wellness. It's just getting people on the platform, giving them an opportunity to look at wellness, looking at good coaches. And I think if I look at your platform, you have some of the best coaches, some of the best nutritionists, some of the best products there. Putting that together, and after 6 months, looking back and saying to ourselves, okay, good, we made so many people healthier, better, with this
Absolutely. So people, if they have any questions, there is a question panel there. There's a question mark sign. So you can put questions there so that we can look at it. You can see on the bottom right, there is this question mark thingy. So if you have any questions, you can please ask those questions there. We'll be happy to take any questions. Anyway, so I had another question for you. That how does the customer journey look like in a product like this?
Okay. So the customer goes to our website, and he looks at this. We already put on the website. He can go ahead, click, take health insure, buy this add-on, gets this variable device, and then he starts taking care of his health. His number of
so each customer also gets a variable. So exactly. Each customer who's also getting a GOQii device plus the whole service.
Yeah, and that service comes in, and then obviously as months progresses, he or she is able to see the kind of benefit he or she is having. And on that basis, the co-pay keeps on reducing. I think that is the basic idea, which should be there.
So there's a question here from Deep, that is it a term plan or a health insurance plan?
Term plan basically is for life insurance.
For life.
That is national death cover. That is the term plan. This is health insurance. There's nothing to do with term plan, because as a general insurance company in India, we can't sell life insurance policies, which means that natural death is something that we can't cover. Money that we can cover everything else. So this is a health insurance plan.
So there's another question, that do you think this offering will increase the demand for health insurance?
So right now, if I look at in the COVID era, the demand for health insurance already shot up. It's about 40-45%. The demand for health insurance has already gone up. So if you look at and it's right also. Well, in a way,
45% jump in health insurance demand.
Yes, exactly. In this COVID area, because see, if I look at the expense today for COVID in government hospitals, it's touching close to 5 lakh rupees. No, at the
Wow.
upper end. Yeah. So if you look at all the ventilator requirement, all the dresses required by people, no, who are so it's an expensive thing. I think in Gujarat I saw something like 8 lakh, no, for if somebody contacts COVID. So in a
Yeah, because it's a
scenario,
very long term. You have to be in hospital for like 14 days, 15 days. So it's very long.
exactly. So in a scenario like this, when you have the chances of catching COVID is so high, it is so contagious, and the expense is going up to 8 lakhs, 5 lakh rupees. I think if we don't have a good health cover, which is at least minimum 5 to 10 lakh rupees cover, no, if it is not there with us, then seriously it can cause a major problem. So I think the demand for health
And
is really
can people
moving up.
buy the cover today and still get coverage from COVID?
Exactly. Yeah. So if, that's what I'm saying. If I look at Bajaj Allianz General Insurance company, for us, if you buy health cover even today, you have a COVID cover. But after you have contacted COVID and you buy it, there's no relevance.
You can't.
Like if the house is on fire, then you go and buy a house insurance. It doesn't work, no. So
So
I think
basically, I think everybody listening here, this is an opportunity for you not to wait. अगर आप ये 5-10 हजार रुपए प्रीमियम अभी भर देंगे तो potentially because COVID is in the air, it's just a question. I think everybody is going to get it. For some, it may be milder. For some, it may be worse. But if you have this cover, if you get the GOQii plan, of course, you get the advantage of being healthy. But at the same time, you have a bigger coverage, which is the whole idea of getting your hospitalization covered and everything else covered. And that is the need of the hour. So it's a perfect product, Tapan. Tell me something. I know that we spoke a lot about Ayushman Bharat and what the government has done. Do you see that this could eventually lead to some kind of a creation of a universal health cover for private individuals? Because currently Ayushman Bharat is for the below poverty line.
yeah, I think Ayushman Bharat, like we mentioned earlier, also Vishal, is an amazing move by the government. 40 crore people covered. No, so today if you look at even with COVID coming up. Now, if a poor person had fallen ill, how could he afford this? I said in the government hospital also is costing so much money. A 5 lakh cover is with them. No, it's such a huge relief which has come in. Now, taking it beyond this, I think innovations like this, what is happening with you, what we're launching, and I think other companies will also follow suit. And the way health insurance penetration is increasing in India, we'll reach the stage of like you call it Ayushman India. No, I think it has there, but health insurance is something which is very critical. Imagine if you can't spend 8-10 lakh rupees suddenly. It's a question of life and death. No, if you really fall ill into COVID and get a serious issue, where would you get the treatment done? So sometimes when I say we're spending about 4,000-5,000 rupees a year to get an insurance policy, you're actually buying, extending your life by quite a few years, and you're actually getting dignity. No, because you don't ask money from anybody. You don't have to take loan when you fall ill. So it is that important, and I think the dream that we have together with Ayushman India would actually play out, in this scenario as we move further. And
there's a question from Manoj. Is asking, is the cost of wearable part of the premium?
So if you look at it, I think on the higher end of the spectrum, we may look at it, but on the lower end, if the premium is 1,870 only, then obviously, we have to see how do we add that on. But we can put it on. I think for some customers, as with the higher end spectrum, maybe you can look at providing that to begin with.
Exactly. There's another question. There are many questions coming up. Also, we are live on the GOQii platform, so I'm also looking at questions there. Gopal is asking, what makes Tapan so creative and innovative? So you have to give us the secret of your energy and your success.
One, I think Gopal, this question was asked to me in an interesting place. I was going a train from Pune to Mumbai, and I had this youngster sitting next to me. So he suddenly recognized me and he asked me the question that I see you all over. How do you think that I can increase the productivity by, let's say, 100%? And I thought it's a difficult thing. Like, what do I tell him? I just told him one thing. Okay, do me a favor. I think starting from today, whenever you have negative thoughts or you think ill of somebody or you feel bad that somebody's done something bad to you, you start trying to forgive that person and start reducing negativity. At the same time, start building strong positivity towards that. How do you make a difference to society? How do you make a difference to people around you? How do you make a difference to the company you work for? And then after a year, call me to let me know, has your productivity moved up? Has your creativity moved up? And I forgot about it. So I did get a call after a year or so, and he said, thank you, sir, it makes a huge difference. See, the answer is simple. All of us can be hugely creative if we just eliminate negativity from our life, and we think that how can we make a different society to people, and you keep on working towards it, no? And I think if you start doing it, it's very easy. You would be 100x of what we are doing. I can promise you that, Gopal. No?
Absolutely. I think your mantra of being positive is literally what I follow and I urge others to follow. Because you can see the world in a very negative way and you can see the glass always half empty. But the way we have to see is the glass half full. I think this is a great opportunity for India. As you know, we are a knowledge-based economy. We are all, India numbers are not bad. I mean, while there have been cases and there have been deaths, but in the world scene, India has performed amazingly well. And I think kudos to our politicians who took such a difficult call, right? Shutting the country with 500 cases looked very, very stupid. But today, 20,000 cases. Imagine if these 20,000 people were not in lockdown, we would have had 20 crore cases in India. And the
See,
scenario would have been very
yeah,
different.
there's somebody who asked me this question, no? And again, it may sound a bit controversial, but I thought let me address it, Vishal, since you mentioned this. They say that why should we not open up? The economy is suffering. I said yes. Let's look at the probability of people catching COVID, and let's look at world statistics. So in that scenario, like you said, 25 crore people may actually catch COVID and in very serious condition. Now, can our hospitals manage that? No. So we'll be having deaths on the road. It will lead to social unrest. What will happen to economy then? Well, we are looking at an economic scenario today when we are in a difficult situation. So there's no denying that. I think a lot of SMEs are facing difficulty. A lot of jobs is facing. The migrant labor is an issue. Difficulty is there. But as a country, are we prepared to have 20 crore deaths? No. It's a question of life and death. Are we prepared to have a death in our family just because economic conditions are bad? Or do we face this hardship and then once we are again close to normalcy, again we bounce back? No, some hardship is there, but hardship is better than death in the family. Hardship is better than 20 crore death in the country. The amount of social unrest which can it lead to. So I think people don't get the magnitude of the problem which can happen if just it blows out of proportion.
So, absolutely. And in fact, I give this example that the trees which survive the storm are not the ones which stand the storm, but who actually bend. And the tree which can bend the most will at maximum lose a few leaves and lose a few branches, but the roots will be intact. Same thing, agar aap kuch karoge nahi, if you are going to be firm and stand, you may be uprooted. And that is what is happening for many countries who did that, right? Italy's situation is unprecedented, right? The amount of deaths which have happened, it's going to take years for them to recover. So I think in our case, we are all bending down, but we should bend down in humility. So what do you think, apart from health, what are the other areas you think will see a big impact because of COVID?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the positive impact will be work from home and digitalization will take off. Now the message for a lot of us who let us say, I've been a hardcore salesperson most of my life. Now my sales was how, like when I met you, Vishal, or you meet me, we get together, we spend time together, and then we discuss business proposition, and then we do idea thrashing. So it's mostly when we go meet people that we did sales. Now, can I go meet people? Will people invite me to come over to have discussion on sales? No. Now, my entire skill set has changed. I have to learn relationship building virtually. I have to look at my products. How can I convince people virtually? How can I make a sale virtually now on a contactless basis? So I have to reskill myself. Otherwise, all the skill set that I built over so many years of experience has no relevance today. So most of us should think that will our current skill be required in an environment where we have contactless? Will our business be required in an environment where people avoid co-sharing, co-working, or co-rides or going to malls? If the answer is no, then what do we do to change it? Good companies, good people are able to transform and they emerge stronger. The ones who don't think and move ahead and reskill themselves, would obviously face the heat. But reskilling is required, rethinking is required. Just waiting is not the right thing because the world is going to change. It's already changing a lot. And not till we have a solution, maybe 18 months, as people say, or 2 years, there'll be huge transformation. And when you have a transformation of 2 years, it stays for a long, long time, Vishal. It doesn't go back again. So the transformation is happening. we should prepare for it is what I would like to say.
In fact, I'm hopeful that because of COVID, we are also going to see a huge transformation for climate change. I think scientists have been giving us enough warnings that there is going to be rise of sea level. There will be a lot of calamities around climate change. I think people are now hopefully going to take climate change also equally seriously.
Yes, I think people have got used to a better climate and they realized, the beauty of it. Why would they want to spoil it again?
So another question, I think a couple of other questions. What is the sum insured and premium ranges under the policy? Somebody has asked.
It is between 3, 4, 5 lakhs. And I mentioned the lowest premium is 1784 and it can go up to 7,000 plus. So if you look at it, it's a very affordable range of premium. 1784 for the entire year. If you divide it by 365, it comes to what? Hardly any kind of money they're spending per day.
So there's an interesting question which is kind of provocative. Yeah. Somebody is asking that some people still believe that what of this situation keeps going and we have no earnings, right? Now, should we really spend 20,000-30,000 on premium or rather save it for livelihood?
Okay. So the answer for this is very simple. And I think let me explain insurance. It's not 30,000. So let us say the premium is about 7,000 on the upper side also. Now 7,000 rupees, if you save, what does it serve you? But if things go wrong and it's going to cost you 5 lakh rupees, from where will you get the money? If 7,000 is such a huge amount of money for you right now, will 5 lakh suddenly be required? And if you can guarantee yourself that you will not catch COVID or any illness for the next, let's say 20, 30 years of your life, it's perfectly fine. Save that money. Otherwise, 7,000 rupees, let's say, if I spend every year also, then in 10 years time, what have I spent? 70,000 rupees? No. In 20 years, what have I spent? 1,40,000. In 20 years, one incidence can cost 5 lakh rupees. It's actually funny the way insurance companies give such amazing price at low price. You just multiply by number of years also the premium, and one incident in 30 years time takes away the entire sum insured. So how many of us can guarantee that one incident happen in 30 years time, especially in today's time? No. So it's always very, very good to be insured. That's the first point. The second point is, let's say in 30 years, even in 30 years I don't fall in, which is very good. And God willing, it should happen to all of us. We should be so strong, we should not fall in. And we have paid premium. But do we realize that our money was used for somebody who fell ill? No. So a lot of us do charity. We go feed people on the street. We give to NGOs. We want to do good. But have you ever thought that paying insurance premium is also doing good? It is being used for people who require it, who are ill. So
wow, that's a very interesting way of thinking about this, right? So insurance is pooling together. So you are creating a pool of money so that it can be either used for you or somebody else. So it's actually for social good.
Exactly. So both ways pays good for you. So why hesitate? Just go out, buy a good health policy.
I know we have a few minutes left up, and there's one thing that people are confused between term insurance and health insurance. There's another person who's asked, I already have term insurance. Will it cover the health insurance benefit?
Term insurance
what is the term insurance and health insurance? Please explain for the average people.
No, thank you. I think every question is a good question, Vishal. Term insurance typically covers natural death. So let us say if a natural death happens for whatever reasons, your term insurance policy will pay for that. No. But if you are admitted in hospital and you're getting treated, your term insurance will pay for that. No. Your term insurance pays for the treatment. Your health insurance pays for the treatment in the hospital when you fall ill. Term insurance triggers when you die, from natural death or whatever. No. So that is where it's a hugely different policy. It is not the same. Term insurance is for the life cover and health insurance for the hospitalization cover. So
simply put, term insurance will not pay money to you, it will pay money to somebody else because you are dead. And in the case of health insurance, it has paid money to you for your health and your treatment.
Exactly. I think you summed it up very well.
I think people are actually, there should be a simplification of insurance. I think people are just too confused with a lot of these complications in insurance. And I hope with the simplification of insurance, things will change. People are asking, when will the launch be? When can they buy this product? There are a couple of questions around that.
It should already be on the site now. So please go ahead, buy it now. I think this is the launch. This conversation is a launch. I think the launch in terms of you can answer to me is the best launch. No? Putting it together.
Yeah, it's possibly for the first time in the world an insurance product has been launched on Instagram.
Exactly, on conversations. That is what I always believe. Conversations are required, no? And it's good that people ask questions. I think going forward, Vishal, we should hold more such sessions and we should
No,
answer people. No?
absolutely, we should. And I think people are also learning that there is so much information and wealth of information available for free. Harvard, Stanford, all the big universities are doing free online courses. There are TED sessions. So you can use this lockdown as a great time to learn. I think, I tell people that there are two kinds of junk. One is junk food and junk content. Junk food is what you give your mouth, and junk content is what you give your brain. So how much ever time you are going to spend on TikTok and all this useless WhatsApp forwards, it is not good. It's junk content for your brain, and it is not going to be healthy. Of course, have a little bit like junk food, thoda bahut you can consume, but use this time to spend on thinking of good ideas, looking at videos, listening to music. Music is such a great way to calm your mind.
Great, Vishal. I think, no, as usual, you summed it up very well, no. And,
thanks a lot, everybody, and thanks a lot, Tapan. And once again, truly humbling to work with you. I think at the speed at which we have got this product, and like I said, that may the fourth be with us and everybody out here. This message is for you and your families. That forget COVID. COVID is a short-term thing, but even in the long-term perspective, today even a billionaire cannot do anything. The disease is the same. So the true billionaire is somebody who has good health. And that is what this has proven, that it has no barrier. So this is the time for you to create your health and become a true wealthy person, which is by having good health.
Good. Thank you. So stay safe, be happy. See you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Vishal. Bye. Thank you.